Hi, my name is Dr. Nasser Ali from YPS, Young Professional Society, and welcome to another short video on leadership. Now, as humans, we make mistakes, and the reason why we make mistakes is because humans are not perfect. So we all make mistakes, and it's quite common for people to make mistakes. But what's more important, and especially for a leader, because if a leader makes a mistake, that one mistake can actually damage your cause, it could damage your organization, it could damage the project that you're leading. So it's essential, especially for a leader, to actually try to minimize the chances of you making a mistake. And the way to do that is actually to learn from your mistakes, to learn from your failures. Because if you don't learn from your mistakes and you don't learn from your failures, then what will happen is you'll continue to make mistakes again and again. And if that happens, then as a leader, you've actually failed. And then it's time for somebody else to come in and take over and take control of the project. So it's essential that you learn from your mistakes. And the way to do that is to actually, once you've made a mistake, is to actually reflect on what's happened. And then you need to analyze the situation. You need to, with critical thinking, with analytical thinking, you need to come up with solutions, ways how you could do things that will result in a successful outcome rather than a failure. So it's very important that you actually reflect and you analyze. And if you follow this procedure of reflecting and analyzing and coming up with a solution and then eventually doing things with success, then there'll come a time where when you're doing things, when you made a mistake, you'll stop making mistakes, or there'll be very little mistakes that you'll end up making. So that it's very important that you learn from your mistakes, you reflect and you analyze. And by doing that, you get a new perspective. It's actually also improving your decision-making power. It gives you emotional integrity. And then what you're doing is you're actually converting a good experience, or an experience that you've undertaken to overcome this mistake that you've made to come up with a solution. It's actually been converted into a valuable outcome. So humans do make mistakes, but as leaders, you need to try to minimize their mistakes just to ensure that you don't make these mistakes too often, which could actually damage your project. It could damage your organization. So what's more important is to actually stop, to reflect, to analyze, and to come up with solutions.